we all know that Christmas is going to look a little bit different this year. Despite relaxed restrictions, people are still going to be doing their shopping online. Although the Debenhams collapse might drive a spike in footfall for the fire sale, this time of year is always seen the Christmas grottos driving the longer dwell times in high streets and shopping centres to help shift that all important Christmas stock. Selfridges previously reported a 20,000 footfall increase in its Christmas shop after bringing back its grottos, and Bluewater Shopping Centre reported over 20,000 visits from children visiting the installation. This year, even Santa's adapted to the wartime community spirit we've seen throughout the country. Keeping it COVID safe, the Greenwich Christmas market will still take place with a visit from Santa, but the money is going to support the Greenwich and Bexley Community Hospice. The digital nomad Mr. Claus will even offer one-on-one Zoom calls for additional donations. Perhaps the Zoom alternative isn't such a surprise, but when we think about the queues out the door for families just to spend 5 minutes with Santa, offering an allotted time through a screen might just be the way to ensure that everyone gets a visit in the future. However, it's the iconic retailers this year that are really upweighting their grotto offerings. To make up for lost footfall, Hamleys has teamed up with Santa HQ to introduce Santa into the home. Their message to children: Santa is learning new skills. Hamleys this year will offer workshops including arts, crafts and games, but this time it's all going to be remote. Families have the chance to pay a one-off price for a series of videos, which includes story time from elves and art lessons. So the magic and interactivity of Hamleys workshops are still there, but this time it can be done from the living room. Perhaps the most exciting thing about this year's is that it's not just a one-off experience. Instead, it's an online hub that can be accessed at any time, and as we near Christmas, more videos will be unlocked, helping families to stay immersed in the entire Hamleys experience for much, much longer. Hamleys isn't the only one pivoting the grotto this year. Others are offering virtual experiences too, some even with age-specific creative packs that can be ordered to our doorsteps so that children can take part in crafts. It's a great alternative to make up for the presents that children would normally get at the end of their visit with Santa, and for those lost sales in till lines. So we're not having a winter wonderland this year, and while we might have to wait another year for Ferris wheels and ice rinks, experiential isn't a complete no-go. ZSL London Zoo is still doing its traditional festive family trail, but this year it's taking inspiration from Hansel and Gretel and launching its sensory sweet shop, which it describes as a forest of candy canes, clouds of candy floss and marshmallow meadows. However, in such unpredictable times with restrictions that can change quickly, brands and retailers offering experientials need to be able to pivot quickly if offline experiences can't go ahead. Hopefully, there won't be any restrictions next year, but we're already seeing online services solely devoted to an immersive Christmas grotto experience. For example, Santa the Experience takes you on a guided tour around Santa's home at the North Pole. These online-only platforms can even include tech elves to be on standby if the dreaded mute button decides to have a mind of its own, and have intense safety protocols. With the Christmas spent in, say, Lapland having been out of reach for most families, these online alternatives are offering something much more viable, and with one-to-one virtual interactive sessions, it's also much more appealing. Plus, digital can offer the magic that offline isn't always able to do. Christmas grottos aren't going away, but like every other market this year, new challengers have made their mark online. Going forward, we might see the online channels to communicate with Santa stick, because for some families it's just much more convenient. To stay ahead, retailers need to help customers get as much value online as they do offline. With this should come seamless real-time interactivity, e-commerce strategies to deliver gifts and crafts, and perhaps even the odd live stream from the North Pole.